There is less than 4 weeks left until the pageant, and this right now is my total crunch time. I am so nervous, but I can tell you all the things that I've been doing to get ready for the Miss BC pageant. Hi, I'm Charlotte Millington, and I'm one of the contestants in the Miss BC pageant for 2019. I'm in the Mrs. category. I have just finished cheerleading practice, so if I look a little sweaty and hot, it's because the cheerleading door is right there beside us. So I thought I would do a really cool video and talk a little bit about what I'm doing right now in my final 4 weeks. So as you know, I was a bit of a late comer to the pageant this year. I only just asked to be a contestant really at the end of April. So while other girls who've been in the pageant have started their preparations a whole year in advance, my preparations started, I guess, probably about 4 weeks ago. So I'm really new. So my first couple of weeks were really about scrambling to find a sponsor, which, as you know, I found. I'm going to be Mrs. Self-Worth. So thank you to Self-Worth Coaching and Counseling. That's a really, really great title to wear on my sash, and I'm excited about that. The next sort of leg was to finish off finding the rest of the sponsorship that I needed so I could go, and I got that done through an anonymous donor who has asked to remain anonymous because that's what anonymous donors do. And as a result of that, I'm not going to tell you any of the secrets that they have sworn me to secrecy on, but it was a really wonderful thing that they did. So thank you to them if they're watching. Okay, so now what's happening is I'm in a 2-prong phase of getting ready in my final, I guess it's really 3.5 weeks. So in the final 3.5 weeks, here's what I'm doing. First of all, I'm balancing everything with my current regional vice president responsibilities, and they are significant. So this is a lot of time management. That's not my 2-prong approach, but it is important to note that this is the biggest time management I think I've ever done in my entire life. I've got 2 very, very different aspects of things I'm doing in my life at this time. The cutest dog just walked past my door. Oh my gosh, so cute. Okay. Anyway, I digress. So what am I doing? Okay, so number 1 is this is primarily a fundraiser for Cops for Cancer. So what that means is I'm still looking for donations. And if you go on the Miss BC website, so that's missbc.ca, if you go on their website and look for me in the Mrs. category, I'm under Charlotte M in the Mrs. category, you'll get a link to my fundraiser. So please donate funds to that. This is the most exciting fundraiser I've done in my entire life, in part because I have never done a fundraiser in my entire life. Now what that means is I've certainly been a part of bottle drives and selling cookies for Girl Guides. I've done all of those things, but I have never ever been a part of an organization where our sole purpose is to raise funds. I'm finding this very exciting. I'm also finding it very challenging because I'm completely out of my element. I have no idea what I'm doing. And I'm doing stuff, but it's a learning curve that's very, very steep. Thank you to Google for helping me through this. So that's the first part. Part number 2 that I'm working on is I still have yet to hone a number of the things that are important to being in a pageant. Now, as much as the pageant is very, very clear that you're not judged on the bathing suit competition because there isn't one, and you're not judged on beauty, because there is no category for being judged on beauty, the reality is that nobody enters a pageant with the idea of being less than they can be. So what that means is I've been going on to pageant websites to get an understanding of what is it that I should be looking at here. So the first thing that I did was I cut out all junk food from my diet, and I did that about 2 weeks ago. And that turned out to be a really big deal. I didn't know how much of a big deal it would be until I had no junk food in my diet anymore. So that was the first step. Step number 2 was I've increased my working out. Now, thankfully, our cheerleading coach has given us a ton of homework, and it's really tough. So I am working on being the best healthy me that I can be. And then there are pageant pieces to this as well, which is learning how to walk in a gown, learning how to walk in a gown and heels on stage. These are things I didn't even know that I needed as a skill in life. And it turns out there's an entire set of skills attached to doing it in a pageant. And I'm kind of nervous about it because I already know how to walk, but I don't know how to walk on stage in front of a large group of people. So there's lots of things that I'm learning there. I'm learning how to be more succinct in being able to answer questions. So a little bit about these YouTube videos is me practicing how to be succinct, which is ironic because this is already a 4-minute video. So I'm going to call it as a stop there. I'm going to say that the best thing that I can say about this pageant is that it is an incredibly strong journey, and it is forcing me to learn things that I have never learned about myself before. all of my insecurities. I'm getting an opportunity to review all of those. It's an opportunity, I swear. So I'm getting a chance to grow my confidence in some areas that I didn't know that I needed to grow confidence in. And I'm just having a really good time. This is ultimately going to be a lot of fun, and what I put into it is going to be what I get out of it as well. I'm going to continue to upload some more videos talking a little bit more about the pageant as the pageant unrolls. I'm now in the final, this is it, this is the final stretch. If I have a checklist, it's time to start ticking things off in one heck of a hurry. I hope you liked today's video. If you did, please make sure that you like it and hit the subscribe button. If you hit the little bell that's next to the subscribe button, you'll also be notified whenever I upload a new video. I will see everybody in the next video. Thank you so much.